is SportsCenter.
All right, welcome to week 5 of the NBA playoffs here. We've got some matchups that are expected, some things are the same, and there are some surprises this week. Let's start with the first game. We've got the Spurs and the Heat. The Spurs looking to go undefeated, to stay undefeated, and go wire to wire this season. They did not have a single foul. The Spurs had every single player contribute. I think that's the first time that's happened this year. The Spurs beat the Heat. I don't have the score. It might be something like 4,500 to 2,700. Trey, what do you got?
56-08.
Oh, there you go.
38-63.
Pretty much a dominant performance. All players contribute. Now on to the next game.
Tell you what, the Mavericks totally dominated and pummeled the Thunder. Chris Dunn and Ricky De La Hoz had a monster game. Tell you what, the Thunder, though, their problem, 4 players fouled out. How can you expect to win a game when 4 players foul out?
You can't do it.
I mean, Mims, Bryce, Davis, and Dickerson, come on, guys. We need your help to help the Thunder win.
Four players foul out. It's kind of like 4 turnovers. It's like the turnover ratio on the Texans. You can't win a game like that. This is terrible. 4 fouls doesn't work in any game.
And they learned that lesson. The Mavericks totally took advantage of that. Then we had the Lakers and the Bulls. Again, the Lakers led by Anderson and Richards totally dominated the game. The Bulls only had 1 foul out, and Jones and Coulter led. They really tried to bring it back here in the fourth quarter, but they just couldn't pull it out. Again, the Lakers win 61-57 to 46-04.
That's right. I tell you what, we talk about the Texans and their losses, and it's a miserable time right now to be a football fan.
Man.
I'm glad we have this NBA to kind of take our attention off of it, but this week everybody was blaming the one player on the Texans. They wanted to blame that quarterback. I don't know how one player can really affect a team until you get to our game of the week, which the Celtics and the Pelicans. I got to tell you, the Celtics were looking ahead. They had a chance to go undefeated. They had a chance to be playing against the Spurs as 2 undefeated teams, and guess what? It did not happen, Trey.
Unbelievable.
You know why?
I couldn't believe it.
You know why?
Yeah.
One player. The coach, we kind of expected Jeff Bizarre to foul. He's got his little streak. His streak of fouling out every week has been pretty much worked. It's been the way to go all year.
He hasn't contributed any points.
He hasn't contributed. They haven't needed him. But you know what they did need? They did need their number 1 player to not foul out.
Oh, man.
Damon Webb fouled out and cost the Celtics the win. They're not the undefeated team anymore. We do not have a matchup of 2 undefeateds next week. The Pelicans pulled off the upset and smashed the Celtics. That's all I got this week. Trey, you got anything else?
I tell you what, Pelicans, you saw them crapping on their dock, and you pecked their eyes out.
We've got 3 more weeks of regular, or 2 more weeks of regular season. We've got the big chill. Anything can happen. There's playoff pushes all day long, all week long. Back to you.
See you next week.